Ever wondered if revisiting your old favorites holds up to the test of time? Uh, Before we dive in, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. The Office, sitcom gem, premiered in 2005. Um, it was adapted from the British series by Ricky Gervais. The American version quickly became a hit. The show introduced iconic characters, uh, uh, Michael Scott, Dwight Schrute, Pam Beesly, and Jim Halpert became household names. Um, um, as a film buff, my first impression of The Office wasn't great. Season one had flaws, yet rewatching it is still worthwhile. The show's early imperfections are part of its charm. It's a reminder of its journey to greatness. In Hot Girl, Michael's behavior towards Katie was inappropriate. It created tension between Jim and Pam. Katie's character was reduced to a plot device. She was merely a target of unwanted attention. This made the episode uncomfortable. In Diversity Day, Dwight stole Jim's client. While irritating, it highlighted Dwight's competitive nature. Jim, a salesman, understood the game is Jim in May. It was, yet Dwight getting the credit was frustrating. It unfairly portrayed Dwight. Michael's conduct in basketball was outrageous. He forced employees to play instead of work. He stereotyped colleagues. His motives were selfish. It was all to show off his skills. Toby, the HR rep, was ineffective. He allowed Michael's insensitive training to continue. Toby's inaction was glaring. He should have intervened, frankly. His absence was oddly timed. Roy's anger in the alliance was understandable. Jim's affection towards Pam was inappropriate. Roy's reaction was justified, sued. He was protective of his relationship. Jim's actions were questionable, and the Office pilot mirrored the UK version, probably similar, but the entire season wasn't a copy. And downsizing was a recurring theme. Diversity Day had parallels to the UK's training. The UK office had similarities to Hot Girl. David Brent hired Karen for her looks. That the Chris Finch, the UK counterpart to Todd Packer, made similar crude jokes. Sended to said maybe the US version had its own identity, had its own Our Second Time, and recently season one of The Office isn't as bad as we recall. It had iconic moments. It laid the foundation for success. Diversity Day showcased Michael's absurdity the Alliance introduced Jim and Dwight's rivalry as secondary characters had their moments. Healthcare was unique. The season captivated audiences. The show overcame initial hurdles. It became a global phenomenon. Without season one, its success might not have happened. Why did Michael Scott bring a ladder to work? Because he heard Dunder Mifflin was climbing the corporate ladder. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,